Hey, what's up, guys? It is day 5 of Tretember. Today I actually just rested, and I'm still pretty sore for the past couple days. So yeah, today's my resting day. Gonna work out tomorrow. It's gonna be great. There's a very interesting article that came out that people have been talking about. It seems like everyone's talking about the whole organic foods not actually being as healthy or healthier than regular foods with that they use pesticides with. What you have to understand is, like, a lot of articles are funded by certain people, like lobbyists or people that want to have a certain idea put across. So so let's say, like, if I were to make a video that is trying to make me look good, I would definitely cut out all the parts that make me look bad. So is that a way of lying to you? Yeah, kind of. Definitely. It's kind of showing one side, and they kind of give vague. They talk about it vaguely, like saying, like, oh, well, some of the evidence is inconclusive whether or not it's like, dude, that's all BS. What you have to understand is that if you can taste the difference, if you can see the difference, if you could say, like, okay, this nectarine tastes juicy and ripe and it's awesome, compared to this other nectarine that is not organic, that tastes like not as awesome, not nearly as juicy. It's like frozen. It's like, I'm like biting into it, my teeth are gonna fall off, into it. That's definitely, there is a difference. You cannot tell me could be an article in a single world that could tell me that organic foods aren't as healthy or aren't healthier per se than regular foods. So yeah, don't believe that. The only time where you have to really be wary is when companies say, like, oh, we're green, and then, but you really have to look at the labels. You have to read the labels, because many companies aren't by law obligated to say whether or not they're actually organic or not. So that's where you have to be careful. So read the labels, and you should be good to go. But anyway, yeah, I just want to talk about that, get that off my chest. It's crazy thinking about, like, how kind of messed up that is, because there are companies out there that don't want you to know certain information. Like cigarette companies paid, back in the day, paid large sums of money promoting their cigarettes, saying, like, oh, this doctor recommends this cigarette. I think you guys have seen the ads on YouTube. There's, like, ads all over YouTube saying, like, oh, if they did it then, they could be doing it now. I forget what it's for. I think it's for a proposition. But it's a very good, well put ad, because we don't really know how harmful in the long term things like cell phones, computers, Wi-Fi, when they haven't actually been around for longer than 5 years or 10 years, you don't really know long-term side effects until you're actually, until they're actually there, and these 20 years have passed, and now all of a sudden, oh crap, look at this, people are getting, cancer from certain things. But, another thing, you can't be scared, you can't get, there's always scare tactics that companies use. So, just stay positive and focus on what you can do, what you can afford. I personally buy organic when I can. I don't always buy organic. I would like to buy organic, and I would rather just grow fruit. My mom always has an awesome garden in her backyard, so I grew up with like fresh tomatoes. We'd have these cherry tomatoes, like small cherry tomatoes. We'd have peaches, nectarines, apricots, all that stuff right off the tree. Now, you cannot tell me that produce right off my tree isn't or is just as healthy as something that's been completely processed, or what they do with bananas is, for instance, with bananas, is they pick them when they're green and they spray them. They do the same thing with tomatoes. That's why non-organic tomatoes taste awful compared to, like, a tomato that's grown out of the ground. You cannot freaking tell me that this tomato that's grown in my mom's backyard isn't or is just as healthy as something that's was picked when it was green and was sprayed by these crazy chemicals that make it all of a sudden magically red. You cannot tell me that that's just as healthy. So sorry guys, sorry MSNBC, you guys are full of shit. Um, but sorry, excuse my language, guys. I just feel that that's very, very important to talk about. But yeah, so day 5. Those are my thoughts on day 5, and day 6 is tomorrow. Looking forward to getting a good workout in. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace.